Welcome back to Gemstone Podcast. It is LP. I have Shy and Zach with me today. Before we get started, please make sure you do a few things for me. Go like and share our podcast. You can find us on various platforms such as Apple Podcasts, Spotify Anchor, Amazon Podcasts, and Pandora Podcasts. And you can also find us on YouTube. If you would like to send us mail, you can always send us an email at our Gmail account at gemstonepodcast@gmail.com. It's gemstonepodcast@gmail.com. Shy, Zach, how y'all doing today?
Feeling good, feeling great. Living better now, better now. Coochie sweater now, not coochie.
Yeah, you fucked that one
Living
all
better
the way
now,
up.
better coochie.
Fuck that one up.
Man, that is funny. Hey, man, speaking of Gucci and whatever, man. Hey, what? Y'all. Okay, so obviously, there's been like this national news, or I guess news broke that the rapper Pooh Shiesty kidnapped Gucci Man when they was in the studio in Dallas, Texas. It said that apparently it was about contract negotiations, which is kind of crazy because Pooh Shiesty just got out of prison, if I'm not mistaken, got out of prison. But they had a meeting, scheduled meeting in Dallas, Texas. But then escalated quickly into something serious when it came to the contracts negotiations. Gucci Mane and his team and Pooh Shiesty and his team came down to Dallas, Texas to have a meeting about this contractual negotiations. I guess Gucci Mane, what it was reported is he was in good spirits. He thought they was gonna work out a deal. Everything was gonna work out. But obviously, the rapper Pooh Shiesty had a much different, motive or ulterior motive in plan. So it was reported that, things turned into like an armed robbery, armed takeover at the studio they were at. Victims claimed they were held at gunpoint. Supposedly, jewelry was took, earrings was taken out of ears, necklace was taken, watches, rings, valuables was stolen. Gucci Mane was supposedly, allegedly, we're going to say allegedly, forced to sign Pooh Shiesty's contract to release him out of his contract. Now, this has rendered, kidnapping charges, armed robbery, and other sanctions when it comes to criminal charges. Now, the issue is people is saying that Gucci Mane is a snitch. They call him a rat. He dropped a song called Crash Dummy, and all of that. So one of the questions that I have for us as cast members in the podcast is this about business? Like when it comes to the music industry, we've talked about the music industry a lot on this podcast. We talked about, the best performers, who's the best. Even last week, we were talking about the Epstein files and, the music industry came up in that conversation. Do you feel like Gucci Mane is wrong for one, dropping the diss song or the song Crash Dummy? Two, do you feel like Gucci was kind of out of pocket for trying to control Pooh Shiesty's situation? And three, do you feel like Pooh Shiesty could have went about it a different way?
Okay, I'm gonna go backwards then for you. I'm gonna go 3, 2, 1. First off, Pooh Shiesty, yes, he was right. Absolutely. What the hell? I mean, he tried to live up to his name, Pooh Shiesty. I mean, he's told you in FOD. I mean, was it no FDO? He the head in charge and is the number one shooter for his gang. So he did what he was doing. He was doing his gang, his hitters instead of his CEO. So stupid get stupid rewards, like my Gucci said in the song. Is Gucci wrong? I mean, yeah, you can say he's wrong because as a fellow black man, we like to see fellow black men helping each other work up and build up. But am I gonna be mad at the nigga for doing the same thing a white man doing and black people going to the white man getting this 360 deal? I can't because it's business, Unfortunately, business is business. That nigga signed the deal, he didn't read the contract. You got to take that damn bid for that call. You stuck to that hoe is over, right? Till you finish all them albums, unfortunately. And number one is Gucci a snitch for dropping the song. I understand why people say you can be a snitch because now they can use that song in probably the court of law. I'm pretty sure the defense for Pooh Shiesty is going to try to get that song thrown out, and I'm pretty sure it will be thrown out. But the fact that the song has to be thrown out is enough. But I do get it because, I mean, hey, at the end of the day, Gucci ain't a street right now. He's a businessman, and what happened, we can all sit here and be like, oh, you street, you don't do like that. At the end of the day, you got robbed and stolen money from you from a contract that you already knew. Everybody does know that contract was going to be null and void after he did that to him. You can't kidnap somebody and then expect them to sign the contract and think that contract's going to be good. No, it's under duress. That hope out the door. You still owe me my money. So as a businessman, he did what he's supposed to do. You want to say he's supposed to be street all the way? I understand that. But this is a business, nigga. Even street got businesses. You selling that dope as a business, my nigga. You ain't gonna put the business, is you? What you think, Shot?
Okay, so let me put this in order. Could Pooh Shiesty have taken a different route? Yes, because first of all, Pooh Shiesty is steady proving to us that he's not that bright. He might be shiesty, but he's not that bright. He's not that smart because you just got out of jail for a good amount of time that really hindered your career. And now that you're out and people are excited that you're out, they want the music. You should have possibly just suck it out and maybe release some independent music, maybe something like that. Or just hit the road with shows, because a lot of these artists really make their money off shows. They don't really make their money off sales. So, you could have hit the road with shows, but you want to be on this gangster stuff and this hood booger mentality that you got, and that's why you at where you at. So no, he should have never did that. He should have did that. You could have sued him. You could have did several things, or whatever the contract stated. How many ever albums the contract stated? You could have just. I remember one of y'all favorite rappers, Drake. He was releasing albums back to back, but we had a new Drake album every 6 months. To the point where now I don't even think if you look at Drake credits on his last album or the one before that, you do not see Young Money Universal on it anymore. I think it's still Universal, but now I think you just see OVO Universal. Matter of fact, even on his Apple, it don't say Young Money Universal no more. So I mean, though there are ways around this. You could have compiled a bunch of songs from 2, 3, 4, 5 years ago. Don't even matter if they was good or not, and just release them. Your end of the bargain. You made the money. You released the stuff. You got your contract. Now on the Gucci Man. Is Gucci Man a snitch? No, Gucci Man is not a snitch because Gucci Man is no longer the hood Gucci Man that we met a long time ago. Gucci Man has grown. He is elevated. He's first of all, he's the older man now. He's married now. Y'all say he a clone. He didn't. He's elevated now. He's not the same he was. So yeah, you're not going to see that same kind of behavior. So to go and try to rob him was crazy work, and you should have thought about that. And why would Gucci Man, a man that pretty much beat every charge against him, like Gucci Man is walking free. He's not dead. He look like he from the eyes, he look like he in the best shape of his life. Why would he jeopardize everything that he overcame and he worked for you? Now, integrity wise, Gucci Man could have said, you know what? You a dumb, you a crash dummy. You could have still dish you anyways. But you know what? You a crash dummy. So I'm gonna go ahead and set you free, let you off in the world and watch you crash. Cause that's what's gonna happen. Cause you're not smart, you're not that smart. You shiesty, but you ain't that clever. So he could have just integrity wise could have been like, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and let you go, let you do your thing, and best of luck to you. Then dish you, put a whole dish track out on you, and dish you, and then kept it moving. Because either way it go, like it was gonna, all the stuff would do numbers because the anticipation for him being released was high. Right? His fans, which I probably know one Pooh Shiesty song. I ain't gonna lie, but his fans were interested and excited for him to come back. So you could have capitalized off of that. You could have went did this whole little beef with Gucci Man, left it on the floor and kept it moving. But instead, you and your daddy, he was with his daddy when they try to rob Gucci, when they try to kidnap Gucci Man. You and your dumb daddy. Now we see why you like you is because your daddy's an idiot too. So we see where you get it from. You and your dumb Paul went in there and did rob this man, and yeah, it's not gonna pan out well for you. You just did 4 years. Like someone that loves you should have been your Paul. Should have told you this was a bad idea. Should have not let this go on at all. I would have rather you go around the studio and spray paint the man's car or something. Like I would have rather you did that. Like I would rather you to did some petty opposed to doing something like this that could potentially get you hurt, him hurt. 'Cause what if he was armed? What if he, so what if he just Gucci Man is bipolar. He has bipolar disorder. So what if he would have went into a no, not bipolar disorder. He has schizophrenic disorder. And that's how you say it. What if he would have went to a schizophrenic paranoid episode and would have blow both of y'all brains out and he would have went home because on paper he's legally mentally ill. So if he would have blown y'all heads off, because he's mentally ill and y'all trying to rob him, then they would just been in the Pooh Shiesty and Papa Shiesty. Y'all would just been dead.
It would have been the
So
end of
you,
Gucci. It wouldn't have been the end of Pooh Shiesty. No, it was too many. That nigga died. Whole security
how
team in
many
Gucci.
people Pooh Shiesty had with him?
It was a lot of with them. The whole
I thought it
security
was like
team
a
in
couple of
Gucci
niggas.
would have died. It was like 6 of them with all Dracos.
Oh, okay. So I thought it was
But
only like 3 of them.
Sha made some really good points. And Sha, you kind of took a lot of the points that I want to kind of discuss. Because from the aspect of Gucci Man as being a person that he is currently, you know what I'm saying? Like he has came on to another radio media platform and talked about mental health and talked about how he struggled with schizophrenia, how he struggled with having bipolar disorder, how his wife came and kind of saved him. We had a whole segment about this, about how he viewed people as the enemy, how he had to be medicated and had to go into get real clinical mental health treatment to assist him with his mental psychosis, and it was schizophrenia that he was diagnosed with. So when I heard this story, that's the first thing I thought about. Man, like I thought uh Gucci Man was on this, which is Roger Davis was on this campaign of mental health, and his record label was doing well, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So it kind of threw me off. But as I researched it a little bit more, it made me look at, and mind you, we don't know the underlying reasons of why, Pooh Shiesty wants out his contract. It's reported that, things happen with Big Scar supposed to be related to him some type of way, and him Gucci Man asking for the 1017 chain back, and all these other things. Like Pooh Shiesty heard about it while he was in prison. Now he's out. Now he's like trying to confront Gucci about this. They're saying like things have like strong association with that. I don't know how true that is. That's just the rumors in the comments when you read on like other social media platforms like YouTube and blogs. But I still find it to be Pooh Shiesty, man. He could have went about this a whole different way. And I'm gonna keep it a book. You've been in prison for what, 3-4 years? So technically, Gucci Man's your boss because you're signed to his label. So you got to produce music for his record label, his company. Whatever deal you sign, you owe him those albums. Correct? Okay, correct. That's how most contracts go when it comes to their deals. When it like you owe somebody so many albums, like you said, shot like Drake dropped so many albums because he was trying to get out of Young Money. Now he's no longer a part of Young Money. He has his own thing. I think it's like OVO, whatever. But it's no longer he's no longer on the Young Money, but he's still associated with Young Money. He just ain't on the label of Young Money anymore. But he's still on the Universal. Now, push this fast forward. We talking about Gucci, Pooh Shiesty. You in prison for 3-4 years. You ain't made no music. You getting money on your books. I'm pretty sure Gucci taking care of your people. You got access to your money still. You was talking about you was buying shoes. He was on like a podcast when he got that time. He was buying all the new shoes and have them sent to his house before he even got out of prison. The whole time he in prison, he buying shoes. So obviously you getting that money somewhere. You still have access to your finances. You ain't been to work in 3-4 years, fool. Make that make sense. You was in prison for committing. You was in prison. We get it. You a stepper for real. We get it. We saw you. We saw you in that video way back when with that Draco. We know. What do you say? What do you say, Zay? He said, "Unfortunately, I'm the CEO and the top shooter in my game." Okay, we get it. We saw it. We know. But at what point do you elevate yourself to think like a CEO and move away from being the number one shooter? Because didn't you say in your song FDO? Oh man, I'm locked in this cage and there's a war zone going on. I'm losing all my partners. The same thing about to happen again.
if I may, I think you're doing a little bit too much because he said in the same song he ain't put a hit out in 3 years.
But that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying he did something while he
No,
was
I'm
in.
saying you giving him too much credit to being smart. And retarded. He literally snitched on himself.
I
Like
gave
you literally told the feds, I ain't put a hit out in 3-4 years since I've been in this.
Then you get out. Then what? But I just he could have went out. If I okay, if I'm Pooh Shiesty, okay, I'm LP Shiesty. I'm signed to 1017. I just got out of prison. I want out my deal, Gooch. So let me put out 2 albums, and these two after the second album, let's negotiate my contract with you. I'm pretty sure the type of businessman Gucci is. All right, let's see what you bring to the table. Because keep it a book. He dropped that one song Internet went crazy. I'm pretty sure whatever album he was working on was going to be highly anticipated. He was going to sell a lot of units. He was going to stream a lot of units. So he would have got good financial return of investment from that. He could have negotiated his contract and used it as leverage to get out of his contract or buy himself out of his contract he had. But to simply say, hey, we're going to meet at this studio in Dallas. I'm going to call my people and we're going to put a gun in your head. You're going to say, Food, that's crazy because now you got him signing your contract under distress and they got cameras in the damn studio. Y'all didn't think none of this through. Okay, that's shiesty. 2, do I feel like Gucci Mane is wrong for the Crash Dummy song? No, I do not. And I get it. Everybody talking about, oh, he a snitch, he a rat, blase, blase, blase. Let me tell y'all something, black people. Do y'all think Pooh Shiesty would have pulled this on a white executive? I'm serious.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't. I don't think he'll pull this on a Clyde Davis. I don't think he'll pull this on any of them individuals because you know why?
First of all, he wasn't getting in the office.
That part, they move a lot different. He
They
wouldn't even
would
have
have.
access.
He'd have got whooped down. Him and all this would have got whooped down and shot probably.
They move a lot different. So to me, this whole situation.
I want you to remember what you just said here, though, fam. You didn't say he wouldn't do it. You said they moved differently. So you saying Gucci wasn't moving properly. That don't mean he wouldn't have did it.
That's my okay. But that was my point that I was gonna get on Gucci because Gucci was being Gucci
should have had security and stuff.
Yeah, he had security. Supposedly they choked out security. Supposedly they put the security man in the chokehold. They choked
they robbed security.
They robbed security. They robbed security too.
They was in Memphis.
No, they was in Dallas.
Robbed the shit out of them niggas in
Dallas. Why was they in Dallas?
Well, I mean, and they look. I don't think that he would. Back to what I was saying. I don't think he would have pulled this on somebody white. Zach, you say you think he would. I don't think so because 1, I don't think he would have the access to the executive of that label, and 2, how them individuals move that are on them labels that have that type of financial influence is different. Like a Clyde Davis, who the guy that I think over Interscope and there's another one over Universal. I forgot. I see his face, but they move different, man.
They wouldn't even play with Babyface like this.
Yeah, they move different. Like you got to think how people was talking about Diddy, right? But Diddy had a boss.
They definitely wouldn't play with Diddy like this.
Well, no, but what I'm saying is Diddy had a boss. So imagine Mary J. Blige going into Clyde Davis' office acting like. Matter of fact, she ain't get in the building. She might not even get in the building because they already know. She coming on that bull job. She ain't getting up in here, man. Go ahead, lock it down. She do something crazy. They move different and they're way more strategic. What Pooh Shiesty just showed and exposed one is that, and I'll get on that in a minute. He exposed one thing: the lack of understanding contractual agreements and how to actually think something through. The simple fact that you are on camera performing a robbery, no mask. You ain't even got the pantyhose stocking like they used to have back in the day, like you saw in movies. Y'all still got y'all jewelry on. Y'all still got y'all rings on. Everything. Y'all going in bags. They see everything y'all doing step by step. Didn't even think it through. 2, for black individuals who want to have businesses and operate on this, you got to move more strategic because Gucci Mane put too much trust in him. Now, what happened if something did happen detrimental? Like you were saying earlier, Shy, we were having a whole nother conversation. But a part of me feels, and this is why I say that I don't think they would put that on nobody white, Z. I feel like this is how I feel in my heart and in my spirit. Gucci the street. Gucci from the streets like us. We gonna rob his people, hit him in the head, snitch on us. He ain't gonna say nothing.
It's a humiliation tactic too.
Exactly.
Because Gucci is known to put hands on people back in the day. So.
He ain't gonna want people to know that we did this to him. He ain't gonna want nobody to know that this happened. So we good. That's why I feel like they wouldn't have put this on nobody in the same position that was white. Because they know if I go ride Jimmy Bob over here, I'm going to jail. Jimmy Bob gonna call everybody. Matter of fact, Jimmy Bob share his location with his wife, his son, his daughter, his vice president, and they said if we don't hear back from Jimmy Bob within 45 minutes, call somebody over here.
Would have been floating, kneecap shot off.
They know that. I feel like they know that. I feel like they played on Gucci's reputation. They played on who Gucci, like the presence of who Gucci man was back then. Like when it came to the Young Jeezy stuff, the T.I. stuff, all the beefs, how he was throwing people out of Hummers and allegedly throwing people out of Hummers and, the stuff with...
Ain't no ledge.
Yeah. Yeah, you know the stuff that happened with Young Jeezy with the
If I may
shootout
though
and
on
thing.
that, twin,
That's how I feel.
there ain't no allegedly to it. We sat here and watched this man on Versus on live TV
Put your
talk
homeboy
about
up.
put your homeboy up. You
Dig, go
still
dig your
talking
partner up.
street. You still talking like you in the shit.
And got his ass good for him.
You know what I'm saying? You can't. That's all I want to be. I was gonna let y'all do all y'all's preaching because y'all was preaching the good holy shit. Okay, but we can't be acting like we ain't know this. This didn't tell Jeezy on 5 TV. Hey, now put your homie up.
Yeah,
You still act like you in the streets. So of course
yeah,
you gonna act like it's blood in, blood out, and that's why we act like that. It
that's
ain't no getting
facts.
out there. You step your toe in that bitch, you in there.
We know that. We know
So when
that.
niggas say, "Oh, you snitching," yeah, you snitching because you know the rules. You chose this life. You could have been a good citizen over there, but you wanted to dip your toe in this street life. Don't talk about that shit. Be about that shit.
And one young
Ah
YNs don't
man,
give a shit.
man, I don't
These
know about that.
YNs, they don't
What you
care.
mean?
I just
You
don't know
know
how.
how you like me. We can same shit. You step your
Hey,
toe in that, you in
hey,
that bitch.
hey, all I'm saying is, I feel like at what point can we allow somebody to have transformation happen in their life? You know what I'm saying? I get what you're saying, Z. 100% all day. You know what I'm saying? Blood in, blood out. If you gonna dance with the devil, you can't just walk off the dance floor. You got to finish your tango or your two step. I get what you're saying.
Even
100%.
Snoop still in the
I get it. I get it. But what I'm saying is, why can't transformation be allowed to happen with even an individual like Gucci Man? I feel like although he did all them things, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, he went on live and on Versus, and he said that put your homeboy up, send him back in a box. I sent Timo back. He was talking crazy.
And he said go dig him up.
Yeah, well, no, that was a song. That was a song. He said, yeah, go dig your partner up. You know, we ain't gonna sing the song, but yeah, he did. That was in the song. He literally said that in
Yeah,
the
and that's
diss
why
song.
I push off in them. Then rob this dumb ass.
But I feel like why can't transformation in him as an individual where he can evolve?
gotta be all the way out. You gotta go straight civilian, man. You still
I
ain't
bet you would.
civilian.
I bet you would. I bet he won't be signing no more artists from Memphis. I bet you that.
Find somebody from Memphis. For your answer to transformation, nigga, you can transform, but you gotta go all the way out. You gotta separate completely, my nigga. You can't still be talking about that was what 3 years ago, 2, 3 years ago.
Nah, I was long ago than that. I mean, that was way. That was what man. That's.
What did he say? He put no, not the Jeezy,
No, that's
Jeezy
been about
Gucci
4 years.
thing. That
That's
ain't that
how long.
long ago, my boy.
No, no, because it's before I lived in Tyler. So that's about 5 years. It's 5 years plus.
That ain't that long ago though.
That's true. That's
That ain't
only
that long ago.
that's true. It's only a nickel.
You ain't even did a nickel, barely a nickel. You
That's
basically
true.
did that when that Pooh Shiesty went to jail then.
Well, yeah. Yeah, you're right. It's about that time then.
Are you still about that life then?
Yeah. Well, I get what you. I don't know, man. All I'm gonna say is I think Pooh Shiesty could have handled this a lot differently. Trying to rob somebody and put somebody at gunpoint to get out your contract is crazy work. That even he could literally go and say, "Well, I signed this under distress," because we don't know what Gucci Man. I mean, okay, so I don't know who 1017 what
Gucci
publishing
man ain't gonna
company.
be able to have to say none of that because he's gonna be in jail. Shiesty getting about 5, 10 years.
Well, no,
He ain't
he
got to
gonna
say
get
none
more
of
than
that.
that because he's still
Nah,
on parole.
he revoked his parole.
Yeah, he's
He
gone.
can
Gucci
yeah.
ain't got and then Gucci might even man, he gonna keep all the man royalties. So Pooh Shiesty, Paul Shiesty, Ma Shiesty, all the Shiesty people
on
gonna be broke in the summer gun because
on
they
top of
Paul.
that, nigga got out early for good behavior.
Hello,
He is.
just to go be an idiot,
Yeah.
just to be a dummy.
Let's take a moment to reflect on that for a second, though, what you just said. Like the ideology of this, right? You get on good behavior, you go perform a crime with your father, and then now you back in the place you just got out of. That God just delivered you from prison. You get out, you drop a song. It's one of the hottest songs right now.
Then he
Hottest
got a
songs.
boyfriend though.
Probably, well, I don't know. You drop the song, it's hot. They're saying that his song is even what was better, Gucci Man First Day Out song or Pooh Shiesty First Day Out song. And we all know Gucci Man First Day Out song. Growing up, who listened to trap music or listened to that type of music, we know Gucci Man First Day Out song was fire way back when. We already knew that. That was what it is. So you had buzz. You had the opportunity to low key have the summer because it's about to be summertime. That's when everybody drop albums. That's when it's a frenzy. The summer could have been yours. You get so you. This is where emotion. This is where poor emotional control comes into play. That was an emotional decision. That was not a well thought out decision at all. That was a emotional decision, and the simple fact that your daddy helped you with it. Come on, dog. I got two boys. Ain't no way one of these fools call me. Pusha, how old Pusha? He ought to be in his 20s. So that put me up there about almost in my 50s. Well, I'll be in my 50s. Close to, yeah. You're close to my 50s. Ain't no way one of y'all call me. Hey, Pops, I'm about to go. Come up to the crib real quick. Okay, I come over. What's up, man? What you want, man? Hey, man, I'm about to rob so and so to get my conscience. I'm like, yeah, let's do it, man. Let's call so and so, call so and so.
Let's get it, bro.
But
Let's get it, bro.
matter of
Let's
fact,
do it.
we ain't
Let's
even
do
gotta
it,
do
bro.
it. We ain't even gotta do it here. We can go do it in Dallas.
Let's
Go to
do it, bro.
Texas.
Let's
Hey,
get it,
tell
bro.
them we gonna man. Ain't no way. You call what? Man, you don't sit your now. Did they drop
Hey,
you on the
hey there,
head?
Slick. Hey there, Slick.
Did they
That's
drop
a
you
good
on?
idea, Slick.
Yeah. I'm like, no, baby. Hey, Slick, check this out, man. I think they dropped you on the head a few times. Or maybe I hit you thumped you on the head too many times when you was younger. What you just said is a dumbass fool playing. Ain't no way
Hey
here
there,
we
Slick.
doing that. Ain't no way we doing that. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. We just gonna
What you there,
cancel
Slick?
out. We just gonna cancel out all. Not to mention, you own $1 million worth of game, popping, taking this stacks of rubber bands. Y'all are good. You're good. But that just shows immaturity in the mind, and you have no emotional control. Cause that's crazy work. Crazy work. Man, you on parole. I'm more shocked that these fools did this on camera. Like y'all, y'all robbed these people on camera. And then, man, you think ain't nobody gonna look at them cameras? It's like, damn, man, damn, they beating the hell out that man over there, man. Damn. I mean, we gotta send this. Like, even if Gucci didn't snitch, somebody who owned the studio was gonna send off the footage. Duh. Y'all probably there damaging their equipment, hitting people in the head, here tearing up the people's shit. Duh. I just don't get it, dog. Man, and I get it 100%. Maybe because allegedly, maybe because we think more strategically. If something gonna happen. Maybe that's why I'm like, well, damn, we can't give Gucci no grace here because I mean, what just happened was a dumb fool. That's crazy. Like, ain't nobody think this through. They did it. I think Gucci probably was shocked. Like, damn, y'all gonna rob me? Y'all know that, man. Y'all know I signed this, man. And it's
Mm.
reported that he said, y'all know if I sign this, they gonna, cause this ain't how that go. They gonna throw it out. Man, we gonna shoot you. Sign the paper. He signed it anyway. Like he probably was shocked. Like, well, damn, y'all didn't get me drunk. Y'all didn't drug me. Y'all ain't get me high. Y'all just came here wild west, guns a blazing.
Yep, dumb.
It's crazy work. At least with everybody else that was crooked in the industry, like Diddy and probably Jay-Z and all the rest of them. At least they was more strategic. Get you drunk, put dope in baby oil. They do something. Did nothing. They just come out guns a blazing. Open the door, sign the contract. We gonna shoot. What? Yeah, man. I'm just shocked behind it, and I'm shocked that the black community are really coming down on Gucci Man like that, saying like, oh, he a snitch, he a rat. I mean, y'all want him to say they didn't do it, but it's on camera.
No, that's not what
Mm.
we saying. We saying
That
you
that's
should have made
crazy.
that song. That's what we saying.
Yeah, because
Because
I get
this happened all the way back in January.
yeah, he ain't said nothing, but
But
that's because the footage came out, right?
hey, so the footage speak for itself.
Okay, then.
You felt
So
bad, so you had to make a song to make yourself feel better because them niggas robbed your ass.
well, maybe he got a little ego. Maybe his ego is hurt a little bit. I mean, I get it. I mean, you came out there, you flew all the way from Atlanta, wherever you come from, to Dallas, Texas, man. You
To get
probably
it
was
back some
happy.
blood.
You probably was happy. Oh man, my boy Pooh back. He about to sign. Blah, man. We good. And they pulled the okey doke on you. The okey doke on you. Okay, cool. And down like I think when I came to Dallas, when me and my wife came down here, this was kind of like we heard rumblings of this a little bit. Like, oh man, Gucci Man is like they were talking about Gucci Man. So obviously this region had kind of known about it, but it was never confirmed unless those who are associated with it. You know what I'm saying?
Wait. When did y'all heard them? They was down here.
Yeah, when it happened.
It just happened
Like
though.
No, that happened in January
yeah, yeah,
because he
yeah,
was quiet. Now he
yeah.
talking.
Yeah, he ain't on about yeah. This ain't just happened. Yeah, this ain't
Mm,
just happened. This ain't just happened. It happened
got
in
it.
January. But that's my point. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm saying, Z, like it was never confirmed. They dropped the footage. Okay, cool. Now he dropped the song.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, but unfortunately, this young man, this young shiesty, he gonna have to pay for this, and he just single handedly set his generation back because he could be out here making money and making major moves and getting to the bag and helping out his children and future family. And he's gonna be in jail, unfortunately. So, well, best of luck to you, Shiesty. You know, the internet say you got a boyfriend in jail. That's what the internet people say. They say you got some man up in that jailhouse, and they say they say y'all always you got some stuff going on. So that's what they say y'all is running to that jailhouse. But all right, best of luck to you.
Well, good conversation, y'all, man. I guess the biggest takeaway of this conversation is simply don't make emotional decisions, man. Think things through, be strategic, and move different, man. Don't, yeah, that's all I can say. Follow us on various platforms. You know, we're on Apple Podcasts, Amazon Podcasts, Spotify, Anchor, and Pandora Podcast. You can also send us fan mail. When we got fan mail, we ain't even got to. Send us email at our Gmail account. That is Gemstone Podcast at gmail.com. Peace.
Thank y'all.